2017 has been one of the most interesting and the most controversial years for video games in recent memory. There's never been a better time to be a gamer, but there's also never been anything remotely close to this much bullshit. Anyway, let's start with the worst. That's always the best thing to do. My biggest gripe with gaming in 2017 is obvious if you've been watching my videos. It's the obscene use of microtransactions and loot boxes in certain games. I'm not going to rant about this again, watch my video on Shadow of War if you're looking for that, but I genuinely believe that microtransactions could completely fuck up the games industry as we know it, if we don't stop it now before it's too late. However, I think the reaction to these loot boxes has been encouraging, and is one of the biggest positives of the year. People often show outrage and don't act, but the shitstorm that hit EA with Star Wars Battlefront 2 was direct proof that people can make a difference, and they have, and they need to continue to do so. Despite that, a lot of people don't seem to care, or at least don't seem to care enough to keep their money in their pockets, which is okay. People are free to buy whatever they think is worthy of buying. Publishers and developers really have gamers by their hairy gonads, and they know just how much to squeeze without it being painful. That's why I think the only way it'll stop is, as many countries have been investigating, if it can be made illegal. Fucking hell, how did I start ranting about microtransactions again? Let me move on to something good. Nintendo. Nintendo have had a great year. An overrated year, of course, because it's Nintendo, but a great year nonetheless. The Switch has sold extremely well. The latest estimates put it at around 10 million, I think. Mario Odyssey looks great and Breath of the Wild looks phenomenal, even as someone who isn't a fan of the series. Despite the bullshit they pulled with the NES and SNES Mini, people are still selling their left nut to buy one, so they've definitely succeeded with those as well. They've really boosted their library with some great third-party titles like Doom, LA Noire, Wolfenstein 2 The New Colossus, and what's that other one again? I think it actually might be making its debut on the Switch. That really is a seriously impressive lineup for a portable console though. But as someone who doesn't really play much on the go, and when I do, it's on my Vita, the Switch still doesn't hold very much for me. And I don't think I'm alone there. And it's one reason why I'm conservative about the Switch's future. In order to continue to succeed and grow, they need to attract people like me. Strong, smart, sexy people like me. Seriously though, I think Nintendo will have to offer something beyond what they recently have to continue to build their player base. I'm not interested in buying a console for Mario or Zelda, and I'm not going to buy it for watered down versions of games that I could play on a far superior console or a PC. What I think Nintendo should focus on now is some new IP. I would love to see them challenge themselves by channeling their creativity into something completely new, like what Naughty Dog did when going from Crash Bandicoot to Uncharted. But that's just personal opinion. I realize that a lot of people do actually buy Nintendo consoles for the IP they put out. My point is that you're not really going to appeal to that many new people if you just keep doing what you've always done. And not even always. The SNES and the NES had a far better library than any of the recent Nintendo consoles have. But anyway, like I say, it's just personal opinion. Nintendo have had a great year, and the gaming industry will be at its best when Nintendo are at theirs. They might be inconsistent, but when they're on form, there's no one quite like Nintendo. While Nintendo are greatly improving, Sony are continuing to absolutely kill it. Games wise at least. Their online services and their other fucking bullshit still there. 2017 saw the release of Uncharted The Lost Legacy, Horizon Zero Dawn, Neo, Persona 5, Yakuza Kiwami, Yakuza 0, Nier Automata, all console exclusives, and all with extremely impressive Metacritic scores. The future for Sony looks even brighter with the upcoming exclusives in 2018, including God of War, Detroit Become Human, Days Gone, Spider-Man, and Dreams, with The Last of Us Part 2, Death Stranding, and Ghost of Tsushima to later follow. Sony have continued their commitment to fantastic single-player experiences, something which is incredibly important in the modern games industry. As for Xbox, what the fuck is even going on there? The Xbox One X seems to be good, despite its terrible name, but I don't even know if they have any exclusives coming. I've heard nothing. With Sony's continued excellence and Nintendo's resurgence, I'd be pretty worried if I was over at Microsoft. It's hard to see how they're going to elbow their way back to the top, unless Sony dramatically fuck up somehow, which is of course pretty likely. On a personal level, 2017 has been a really good year for me in gaming. First and foremost, I started this channel. It's been 6 months, which is really hard to believe, but I'm incredibly thankful for all the support you've given me. It really has been amazing. I've also played some great games from a really diverse group of genres. I'm playing my first ever JRPG, Persona 4. I'm playing my first Soulsborne game, Bloodborne. I've played a lot of retro games, a few new ones, a couple of point and click adventures. In the upcoming weeks, I'll be releasing a series of videos with individual reviews of the 5 best games I've played this year, none of which are 2017 releases because I haven't actually played any of those. So I also have a lot planned for 2018 and I hope you'll still be listening to me then. Have a great Christmas and go play some motherfucking games.